Did No Ring Blanchard get in trouble by her baby daddy? Because the other day she posted these family Christmas shirts for 2026. And underneath it she wrote, "Our little family has a magical Christmas plan for 2026. This time I get to experience the joy of planning it, saving for it, and paying for it myself as a mom, creating memories for my daughter." And I find it ironic that she's putting the last name Urker on these shirts when that isn't her last name, as bad as she may want it to be. But she turned around, made a post, and changed the caption, which now reads, "We are planning a magical Christmas for 2026. As parents, Ken and I get to experience the joy of planning, saving, and paying for it ourselves, creating memories for our daughter." Notice how she went from taking all the credit to now she's giving some to Ken? That's interesting. Anyways, I wonder if whenever they go, if she's going to ensure that it's full circle by visiting Cinderella's castle and eating royal mashed potatoes.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard has been doing the most, again. So apparently, Gypsy spent money to surprise her baby daddy on this whole trip to Alaska. But at the same time, her ex-husband is out here saying she's calling him non-stop, complaining that the baby daddy's trying to keep their kid away from her, and even threatening to kick her out. Like, huh? It's messy already and we're literally on the first sentence. And I know some people are saying, oh, Ryan's lying, he doesn't actually talk to her anymore, but honestly, I kind of believe he does. Remember those prison messages between them? Yeah, that man was down bad for her. Like he would literally do anything for Gypsy. And look, I'm not saying that's a good thing. In fact, it's kind of a terrible thing. But it's giving codependent chaos. Here's what I think though. Gypsy, low-key, loves the drama triangle.
Gypsy is on a keeping Ken tour right now because we know how much he loves Christmas, you know, from the last season of Life After Lockup. And Gypsy hated Christmas. Let's just say that. Gypsy did not want anything to do with Christmas. But this year, she posted this TikTok of her looking longingly at the Christmas tree, holding up an ornament. And the caption said, "Just over here in a Hallmark movie." With her, you know, sparsely lit Christmas tree and her 2 ornaments and her Dollar Tree stockings behind her. I'm just saying, we saw the real you, Gypsy, and you didn't care nothing about no Christmas. Okay, we saw this. Ken was over there making his beef Wellington, slaving away, trying to create the perfect Christmas dinner, while you sat there on the couch and didn't even want to go get Christmas trees with him. So, but this year is different. This year she realizes that she needs to really work to keep this man somehow.
Gypsy, low-key, loves the drama triangle. She'll get Ryan mad at Ken, then turn around and make Ken hate Ryan just enough to keep them both hooked in her orbit. Like, girl, this is not a CW love triangle. This is real life. And honestly, if something big ever goes down between those two, I'm calling it now, it's going to be Gypsy pulling the strings behind the scenes, playing both sides out of pure spite. And it's not even just Ken and Ryan. She's had Ryan beefing with her stepmom, Christy, too. Like, she'll plant little seeds, get everyone mad at everyone, and then sit back like, wow, why is everyone fighting? Girl, it's you. Anyway, the reason this is all so wild is because right after all that, Gypsy goes and posts about planning a Disney World trip. Like, what? Apparently, she and Ken are going to Disney in 2026. 2 years from now. And okay, listen, I think she's trying to set up this perfect moment where Ken has not 1, but 2 opportunities to propose to her. But like, girl, why do you even want that? Because let's be real, this man has been very clear he doesn't want you like that.
Yeah, I do miss my mom sometimes. I am loving her Midnights era right now. I'm loving it. Karma has been like my #1 on my playlist.
Shocking. Shocking.
I have seen a lot of people saying that. I can call my supporters, hopefully I pronounce this right, but the rose toys is what they said. Oh my goodness, I wanted one so bad.
She drinks coffee.
I wanted one. I watched the show and I was like, oh my god, I hope I get a little mug. You can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now. I'm living my best life and y'all can't take that from me.
And the D is
fire. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. You're just mad because I have a Chad. Last time I checked, you don't have a man. So, looks like you're the one that's panini pressed. Call a spade, honey.
He's been trying to play it up for the public, fake smiling through interviews, pretending things are fine, but you can feel the awkward energy through the screen. Whatever deal y'all have going on, NDA, PR stunt, whatever, it's weird. Like, Gypsy, I need you to love yourself. Seriously. You're out here staging these Christmas photos like you're auditioning for a Hallmark movie. And it's giving fraud. It's giving scheme Todd set up to come to us with the foolishness. You know the vibe. And honestly, the energy she's putting out right now is so masculine. And not in a boss woman way. In a chasing way. Like she's out here begging for an engagement. Girl, real talk, men are hunters. If he wants you, he's coming for you. If he hasn't, he's not interested. Period. You cannot force someone to want you. You'll just end up chasing him forever and looking goofy while doing it. Now, hold on, because it gets even crazier. Did y'all know Gypsy was actually friends with her dad's mistress? Like, what even? Not only that, she gave her blessing, and Christy, her stepmom, knew about the affair, while Gypsy was out here consoling her with one hand and emailing the mistress with the other. Like, be so for real. The mistress, and yes, her nickname is literally the Cookie Lady, sent Gypsy this wild email. It's all, "Hi Gypsy, I spoke to your dad. Sorry if this is weird, I just care about you. I sent you cookies." Girl, she's talking about cookies while dating your dad, and the cookies apparently got thrown out because the stepmom thought they were poisoned. Like,
Gypsy Rose may just be manipulating Kenny into marrying her. So she made this post where she made these custom made shirts. She wants everybody to know that she's going away for the holiday vacation on 2026. And on the custom made shirts, she put Urker family. But the thing is, he hasn't even proposed to her yet. So do you think this is a way how Gypsy is manipulating Kenny into really feeling the pressure to marry her? Let me know what you think.
you can't make this stuff up. And Gypsy's response, this girl was so calm. She's like, "Oh, I'm not upset at all that you and my dad are romantically interested in each other. I'm happy for you guys. I give you my blessing." Like, what? Then she starts saying her dad and Christy have been married forever, but in her opinion, he only stays out of obligation, not happiness, and she wouldn't be surprised if divorce was coming soon. And this is while she's literally consoling Christy, telling her everything's fine. No, that's evil, genius level messy. And then she goes on to talk about her fiancé at the time, saying her dad's coming to visit, and that the guy's gonna ask her dad for her hand. And she's so excited. Talking about how she's almost done with her GED, she's working a new photography job in prison, and sending smiley faces everywhere. Like, you can almost forget the chaos for a second, until you realize she's literally doing emotional gymnastics between her dad, his wife, and his mistress. But the deeper you go into these exposed emails, the worse it gets, because apparently her dad Rod had multiple emotional affairs. Like, one of them was with a 19-year-old girl, and this wasn't even that long ago. And Gypsy knew, she even joked about it, said she was cool with a little side action, and encouraged him to talk to her about open marriages. Like, huh? Girl, what are you even saying right now?
So Gypsy Rose said on a live that her and Ken were talking, and Ken asked what's the deal with the Barney. And on that live, Gypsy said her mother had been doing laundry, ended up at the head of the bed, and this close to Dee Dee. And that story makes no sense, because look how close Barney is to a lady's head who almost had her head taken off, as well as the lack of blood on this Barney. But also, I would like to remind everybody of what Nick had to say about it.
Okay, do you remember ever seeing a Barney doll, or it's like a purple dinosaur? Yeah. Where did you see that at?
It's not just when I was in her room. I think it was in Gypsy's room.
In Gypsy's room?
That's what I remember.
Okay, but do you remember seeing a purple dinosaur? The Barney dinosaur or whatever?
Well, I don't know if she did watch it, but I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking about this now. No, I don't remember seeing one. No.
You don't? Okay.
No, I don't remember seeing one.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it.
So not only did Nick end up saying he did not see this Barney, but this Barney does not have spatter on it, despite being this close to the victim. So, since Gypsy will not answer Ken, I will. The police asked about Barney because it looked like it had been placed there after the crime. And leaving behind a sentimental item with the victim is not something that Nick likely would have done. It would have been Gypsy. Just like the fact that Dee Dee was covered up. And that is the significance of the Barney. And I'll leave you with this.
Gypsy did it, I seen it.
And then she allegedly tried to get into this role-play situation with Ken. Yes, her current man. And was talking about affairs and experimenting. Meanwhile, she's telling Christy, I totally understand, I just want him happy. Then she's telling the mistress, oh yeah, they'll probably get divorced soon. It's wild. And what kills me is, she can't even blame this one on her mom, or say she was pressured, or that it was part of some manipulation. No, this was all her, straight up. But okay, here's the part that really got me. Didn't we all think she was banned from Disney World? Like, that was a whole thing. So now she's posting about planning a magical Christmas in 2026. And I'm sitting here like, wait, is this even allowed? Her caption said something like, we're planning a magical Christmas for 2026. As parents, Ken and I get to experience the joy of planning, saving, and paying for it ourselves.
I find it very interesting that all of a sudden Gypsy has decided that she's going to jump on panel with Bree almost daily, for hours by the way, and do a question and answer game. And where were these answers before? Where were they? Why was she doing what she was doing instead of coming out and just speaking to people? Not that I believe a word she says. But tonight when I go live, or this afternoon, let's see, it's 3 o'clock here, probably in 2 hours. So 5 o'clock Arizona time, 7 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to play a couple clips from another live today where she's answering questions for somebody. And this woman just gets on my very last nerve. But where is Aurora? Where is she again? Like, girl, how are you on? You don't have time to read because you're so busy because you have a child. That's what you said, right? You don't have time to read. You have too much else going on. But yet you can be on live with Bree 1 hour or one night for 5 hours and then today again. And I'm sure you'll be on tonight as well.
Creating memories for our daughter. Real cute, right? But like, also kind of suspicious. Because, why are there 3 matching shirts in the post that say Urker Family Christmas? Like, girl, you're not an Urker, that's his last name. So is he planning to marry you before 2026, or is this just more of that wishful Gypsy thinking? Honestly, I can't tell if this post is just about her being excited for a future family trip, or if it's some sneaky soft launch of another engagement attempt. Because if it's the second one, girl, please, let it go. So yeah, that's the tea for now. Gypsy's out here allegedly juggling men, manipulating family drama, possibly banned from Disney but still planning a 2026 trip, and posting matching shirts like it's already a done deal.
Working on this book for years. It's about my life and about the most painful parts of my life. The book actually made me closer to my story. I've read every line of this book 50 times over.
And I'm proud of you for doing that because that takes some courage and it's like a form of therapy. I think when people are going to read this, they'll have a much better understanding.
Gypsy got some wet ass lips for somebody who ain't got no salivary glands, but let's jump into it, honey. Gypsy Rose worked on this damn book for years, honey. 3 years to be exact. She read that book 50 freaking times over. She talks about which chapters were really hard. Back when she was putting out this book, honey, she was like, I put all of it into it, all my memories. And here we are less than a year later, and she's like, oh, I have to go back, make some corrections. Now she's like, I based that book off of everybody else's input and some of what I think my memories are.
You guys, imagine walking out of prison after all that mess, and instead of just chilling and figuring life out, you're basically launching yourself like a full-on celeb. That's exactly what happened with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, right? Like, her release was this huge spectacle, and apparently, she's been flipping her whole story into this massive comeback vibe. But wait, is it real healing or just smart marketing? Honestly, this one's got so many layers, and some of it low-key gives me chills. Stick around because we're unpacking all the wild twists, from the glow-ups to the relationship drama, and yeah, those shady timeline questions. You know it's gonna be juicy. And here's the thing, it's kinda eerie when you think about it. Apparently, her mom had built this whole fake world around Gypsy being super sick and fragile for years, right? Like Munchausen by proxy stuff, allegedly. Now, Gypsy's out here crafting her own narrative, but on a way bigger scale, with the whole internet watching. She had her socials set up, a publicist handling things, a team making sure she came across as this tough survivor who's also kinda star material. Within days, you know, her followers blew up to millions, trending everywhere. It wasn't just getting out, it was like dropping a personal brand bomb, wrapped in this, I've overcome so much, bow.
Oh, wait. So you're telling me Rod got Ken a job offshore working, so he'll be weeks or even months away from Gypsy. Usually they work 2 to 3 weeks on, 2 to 3 weeks off, sometimes longer. Like Rod, he's away from home. And we all know the shenanigans and games he got to play on Christy while he was gone. Huh. I didn't take Ken that kind for hard labor. But I mean, weeks or even months in the middle of the ocean on an oil rig, away from Gypsy, with all the men that he works with. Probably a dream job in his mind.
She'd post these captions about beating trauma, selfies that screamed magazine vibes, videos getting all deep on forgiveness and growth. Each one hit that sweet spot, vulnerable enough to pull at heartstrings, but polished so it felt relatable. But low-key, underneath all the self-love hashtags and soft lighting, it seemed like a total image overhaul. Some folks saw her as this genuine escapee from hell, finally claiming her life. Others, they clocked it as her turning a dark chapter into straight-up profit. Supporters cheered her for speaking out. Critics said she was profiting off pain. Real talk, maybe it's a bit of both. From that first step outside, every grin, every update screamed, I'm not the victim anymore. I'm the main character.
Our little family has a magical Christmas plan for 2026. This time, I get to experience the joy of planning it, saving for it, and paying for it myself as a mom, creating memories for my daughter. It feels really full circle in the best way. Family Christmas 2026. Y'all notice anything about all those shirts? Homegrown on Urker. So is she hinting that Ken is actually going to propose to her? Because he still hasn't yet. And that she's going to be in Urker by 2026? I don't think that's going to happen, Chippinator. So although it's huge, that park is big, and we may not be in the same place at the same time, but with my luck, and you know what? I hope we are, because I'm going to shout from wherever I'm at. Hey, Gypsy, why did you fake being disabled? Are you enjoying Disney now that you had to pay for it and you don't have to be in a wheelchair? How's the royal mashed potatoes?
And oof, the world ate it up. It escalated so quick, you guys. One second she's locked up, the next she's all over screens, TV spots, podcasts, mag features, like she's hyping a new show. You couldn't escape her on TikTok or YouTube. Thumbnails popping up like Gypsy's epic comeback or from prison to powerhouse. And honestly, she seemed to love the spotlight. Her big debut interview on that morning show. Girl, she was smooth. Media-trained smooth, not shaky newbie energy. You know, that perfect mix of teary eyes and poised words like, I'm taking it slow, but with this huge following, I want to advocate. She talked about her shy side, but then flipped to how her story connects with people because it's got all these twists. Anyone could relate, apparently. And when they asked about turning advocacy into a job, she was like, maybe a regular gig someday, but right now I'm too booked.
After recording the audio version, which honestly, Lifetime kind of did me a disservice in not showing everything that was talked about. When I went into the recording studio and I realized that there was so many inconsistencies, I told Lifetime. I did a sit-down interview. I was like, I'm so stressed out right now. Like, there's so many inconsistencies and errors in this book that I'm upset right now. I'm genuinely upset.
Now Gypsy Rose is claiming that she didn't read her book 50 times until when she did her audiobook. And Gypsy's blaming Lifetime for these inconsistencies. She says she talked to Lifetime and she told them, I'm upset. Which is just crazy because Gypsy Rose Alcida actually went on Kel's podcast and this is what she said about her book.
Parole slips too, drinking, chatting old inmates, even reaching Nick Gojohn's fam, allegedly. All leaked online. She'd apologize in content, claim bullying, play misunderstood. Cycle, stir mess, victim mode, cash and sympathy. By parole end, things dipped. Deals slowed, books tanked, shows faded. She started hawking pricey art for baby formula funds, haunting mirror to her mom's pity plays. Ugh, it's generational in a sad way. Dee Dee built everything on illness fakes and sympathy scams. Gypsy? Same playbook, but digital. Ring lights, posts, trends. Victims now. Her fans. She flips personas. Victim one day, boss babe next, then struggling mom. Keep spinning 'cause we watch. Drama to dollars. Real time. Makes you wonder, can she heal if Spotlight's her lifeline? Anyway, what do you guys think? Like, do you think Ken's actually going to propose by 2026, or is she manifesting it a little too hard? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from and what time it is there. I love seeing that stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because, oh my god, the Gypsy updates just never end.